oh, there were 8 other movies and boxing films, and how do I shoot this fight, and how do I do this differently? But it pushed me to be more creative and think outside the box that I normally would have if those movies didn't exist. I spent the last 7 years of my life living out my wildest dreams. Bianca, my dad, this was built on their shoulders.
Michael, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to talk to you. And thank you for the energy and the passion that you brought to this film. It's really clear how you changed some things from the previous films, but I think that you really worked out the balance between a movie that is exciting and really emotional, so congratulations.
Thank you so much, I appreciate that.
And well, we have Adonis, and we know that he's been haunted by a regret he has from the past. I won't do any spoilers, but taking the idea of being haunted to a nice territory, I wanted to ask you, were you haunted by an idea that you really wanted to bring to the film, that you couldn't stop thinking about it, like, I really want to do this, I really want to do this, and that you actually got to put it on the film?
Yeah, a lot. You know, I think there was a lot of things that I daydreamed about, you know, and I just really, you know, was on my mind and wondering if I could pull it off and how would I do it. And you never really know until you get there and you actually start, you know, putting the cameras up and actually start shooting. But a lot of the things that I wanted to do in this movie, I did, and it made it to the screen, which makes me really, really happy, because we took a lot of creative swings in this and we didn't play it safe. And it's exciting.
And something that, I mean, now that we are on a ring, something that I think we can learn from boxing is, you know, that we have rounds, right? Like 1, 2nd, 3rd. And when, I mean, either if you're winning or losing, you have to take some time, you know, to go to the corner, breathe, drink water, and especially listen to the advices that people, your coach, are giving to you. And that's fascinating. So in the process of directing and performing in this film, what actions did you take, you know, to step a little bit back and have a different perspective on the film?
We did it during the pandemic. So like I was literally in quarantine a lot of times, and like all I had was me, my thoughts, you know, references, the internet, you know what I mean? And just imagining what it was gonna be. So, you know, in life, sometimes you do have to take a step back and not always be in the everyday grind of things, to really just listen to your own thoughts and sit in silence and let things come to you. And that's something that I do personally in my life, and I think it really helped me out in making and developing this movie, because you know, some things I used to look at as a disadvantage, because, oh, there were 8 other movies and boxing films, and how do I shoot this fight, and how do I do this differently? But it pushed me to be more creative and think outside the box that I normally would have if those movies didn't exist. So that was a part of taking a step back and actually listening to what the universe brought to me as well.
There's a scene where Adonis and Dame, they go to a restaurant, right? And Dame asks Adonis, like, don't you miss coming to these places, you know, like a normal person? And he replies like, yes, but it's part of the job. So I wanted to ask you, is there a place that you would love to go and hang out, but you don't anymore because you feel like you're gonna attract a lot of attention?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's like going to like play basketball sometimes, you know, or, you know, certain restaurants, you know, I can't, or like, you know, an arcade.
An arcade?
Yeah, you know, like I'm like video games. Like, you know, as a kid, I used to go to arcades all the time, you know, play games. Now it's like, it's a little tough to go, you know? So like those are little things that you know, that you give up, or you find other ways to do it, you know, and but it's just not quite the same.
You can wear a mask.
So that's why it helped. It helped out, you know, like during the pandemic, whenever I was wearing a mask, it did. I was able to go even the grocery store. I love going shopping for groceries. It's kind of tough to go sometimes.
Thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on the movie.
Let go of whatever was and walk into what is. I feel those chains are breaking, yeah. I fear God, I don't fear death. I see those stripes and take a step.